It was my sister.
It was my mother.
It was my mom.
My grandfather.
My girlfriend, Jenna.
It was my coach.
It was my dad.
My grandpa. My best friend.
It was my grandma and my grandpa.
It was my mom.
My mom.
It was my grandmother.
It was me.
It was me. My sister was diagnosed with a very rare blood disease when she was 14, which later developed into lymphoma cancer.
My name is Samantha Morsey, and when I was 13, I was diagnosed with a childhood bone cancer.
My mom, Karen Ridenauer, was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 35.
I was raised by my grandparents. My grandpa, Clyde Carter, passed away from colon cancer just before I started high school. And my grandma, Jean Carter, passed away from pancreatic cancer just a month before I graduated from high school.
When I was 14, I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma bone cancer. 2 years ago, my mom and I both donated our hair. And less than 5 months ago, my mother, Patricia Goff, was diagnosed with breast cancer. And when I pledge my ponytail once more, it's gonna have a whole new meaning.
She passed away at the age of 15, and she had beautiful curly hair, but what was more beautiful in the end was her smile and the way she rocked a bandana.
I think as a 13-year-old girl, it's devastating to lose your hair, and the hardest part was sitting in an elevator or in a waiting room in the hospital and having little kids around you ask you if you're a boy or a girl, and you having to try to mask how you truly feel towards it.
She always cared about her hair. You know, whether she was 50, 60, 70, 88 years old as she is today, she will always have the best hair in the nursing home.
My earliest memory of her was with the wig that she always wore. To her, a wig was more than just hair. It was a sense of normalcy that she could have in her life.
Being a freshman in high school, I wanted to fit in just like everyone else. I remember sitting in math class and looking behind my chair and seeing strands of hair on the floor. I remember waking up in the morning and seeing strands of hair on my pillow. I remember the night that I decided to shave it off, and I was so afraid to look in the mirror because I didn't feel like I was the same person. Being a survivor now, I've come to realize that there's a lot more than just what's on the outside.
Throughout all these experiences, I've realized that programs like Pantene Beautiful Lengths really do make all the difference in giving women the confidence they need throughout their treatments.
There's nothing more beautiful than compassion.
There's nothing more beautiful than compassion.
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 There's nothing more beautiful.
Nothing more beautiful.
Nothing more beautiful than
Compassion.
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 There's nothing more beautiful than compassion.